Math students, in this video we're going to be looking at categorical and numerical data and how we tell the difference between the two. And furthermore, we'll be discussing how do we know if categorical data is nominal or ordinal, and when numerical data is discrete or continuous. So there are four data types we need to understand. So categorical data, well, if you were doing a survey, completing a survey which was on this data type, categorical data, you'd be responding to a category, such as what is your favourite colour? And if your favourite colour was green, you would circle that and you'd be in the category of people that like green the best. Same as if you were choosing your favourite app from this list, you might say, I like Spotify the best. So you're responding to a category. In your numerical survey, you'd respond with a number. How tall are you in centimetres? 180.5 centimetres. How many children in your family? 2. How far do you live from school? Oh, me, I'm about something like 20 kilometres. Okay, so in those situations, I responded with a number. That's numerical. So further from this, categorical. We need to be able to discern whether it is nominal or ordinal. So, in these first two examples that we looked at previously, there's no particular order to the responses here. You can't have a hierarchy of colours, for instance, where one colour is the number one colour and the second one's the number two. I know that one colour might end up being more popular than another, but before we actually take the survey, there's no particular order. You could easily have these colours displayed in a different order, or these apps displayed in a different order, and people would just respond to them accordingly. The typical ordinal survey is something like this one on the right, where we start down the bottom, these ones where we have like strongly disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. There's a typical order there where you have people that strongly disagree down this end and people that are increasingly agreeing as we go along that way. So that's a typical ordinal survey where we have a particular order where you to the responses. Of course, all of us would be saying strongly agree to this one. Numerical. How do we tell if it's continuous or discrete? Well, continuous basically means that it can take any possible value, including all decimals. Now, for discrete, a complicated way is to say that it's only integer values. What does integer values mean? Well, fixed values exactly 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5, for instance, is not an integer. So, how tall are you in centimetres? Well, you don't have to be exactly 180 centimetres or whatever you are. You might be 180.53 centimetres. That is continuous. That type of data, how tall you are in centimetres. Same with how far you live from school in kilometres. It's unlikely that you would be exactly 5 kilometres from school. You might be 5.132 kilometres. Once again, a continuous value. Discrete, well, how many children are there in your family? Well, you can't have 3.52 children. You either have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, integer values. So this is a discrete value. So that's how we tell the difference between the data types.